Hello guys, this is Avcore, and I want to go through the last bit of this for me, the exclusive equipment for Wiler and Florentia. I have some thoughts on it that I would like to share. On some level, I'm kind of disappointed. I'll explain why. Um, Technical reasons, like if you play PvP, you'll understand why some of this is bad. Let's just talk about flat stats, starting with Florentia. I think the stats on Wiler's equipment is actually really good, so I won't even complain about that. This is what I will complain about. Florentia doesn't need magic defense. She needs a 10% HP on her Helm. Like, Licorice is an example of equipment done right, and to an extent Landius as well. HP is one of the most important stats in the game, hands down. Since there's so many ways to cut down defense and increase your damage, you really need a high HP threshold to survive attacks. So when you see something like HP and magic defense plus 5%, this magic defense is kind of worthless. Most magic attacks don't one-shot Florentia until Kagura comes into the meta. There's no reason to be worried about being one-shotted by magic attacks unless you're like you have someone like Yulia come in and like disable the guard of somebody and one-shot you with her Godly Menace, and at that point you have lost anyway. So what's the point? That's just bad positioning. You should never have your Florentia so close to Yulia that she can one-shot you. I mean, that's just the way I feel about it. So when I see magic defense plus 5%, that's automatically a red flag, because you can use the stat, but when you look at Florentia, her magic defense is like solid. It's not amazing. Like, the healers of old had really high magic defense. Her magic defense is like average. So there's an argument that says that maybe she needs it, but for me, I don't think so. That's my first problem with Empire's Jewel Crown. The stats are fine. The flat stats of the 364 HP, 65 magic defense, that's kind of standard. You can even see it as standard. I think that's really cool that he gets so much HP on his weapon. Landis's flat stats are really good. Let's go into the special effects. Soldier damage taken minus 10%. This is actually really good. It stacks on with her talent. And at the start of a battle, when an ally dies, at the start of a battle and when an ally dies, gain one battle strategy. I think this is kind of excessive, because if you see my timeless trials or any form of content I use her in, sometimes I'm overstacked on battle strategies. You don't need to be, if you have the right loadout, she really doesn't need extra battle strategies. But this is actually kind of good. Like, when you look at Florentia, you can just, one of her best passives is winning strategy. When an enemy unit dies, this unit gains one battle strategy. Increase all the allied soldier stats aside for HP by 2%. That piece of equipment was stacked like amazing with this, so there's potential there. I mean, if you're a rush player, I guess this is really good. If you're a rush player, well, let's go all the way down. We got to go all the way down again. This is really good. This is at the start of battle or when an ally dies, gain one battle strat. That's actually really good if you're a rush player. But even if you're a rush player, I mean, your Florentia should be at 6 stars if you're a rush player, and you already have like 5 tokens to do an act again. Because I watch Manson Tachi and what's his name, Newbie, and those guys. I mean, they use their act again like literally once in a battle and then they win. So I can't really even justify this because most of the time they at most they use their act again twice. If you're a rush player, that's kind of like the max. If you can't get it done after that, you're gonna lose. So I can't really justify this. I don't think this equipment is good. And another reason I don't think this equipment is good because you actually want King's Crown on your Florentia. I think King's Crown kind of makes this equipment bad. So if this was like a chess piece and it did all this, this would be fine. I still would like the 10%, but it'd be better if it was a chess piece. But when you're talking about helmets, you're competing with Tenyo's headdress, which gives you 10 HP, which is really good. So that's the only problem I have with this. I wish it was a chess piece, then it would be perfect, but it's not. You're competing with Tenyo's, but then you can argue and say, hey, I get a token every other turn, so I get to use her breezes. So my opinion, it's not as good as Tenyo's, but some players might disagree and say this is like one of the best pieces of equipment, but in my opinion, it is not. So let's go to Wiler, Galactic Admiral, Helm. That's the Helm again, so you're competing with Tenyo's headdress once more. And I think his is worse. Like when the hero is equal or below 50%, he is immune to fixed damage. After using a skill 50% chance to lower that skill's cooldown by 2. For the first part, most of this is conditional. Like when you look at Florentia, it's at the start of battle when the ally dies. Soldier damage taken minus 10%. That's not conditional. It's just automatic. At the start of battle, automatic. When the ally died, not so automatic, but will occur. So you have to use your Wiler 3C to get him down to 50%. So it's basically saying you use Wiler 3C and fixed damage does not kill you. So like guys like what's her face? There's so many characters now in Langrisser, I can't even keep track of all of them. Like Joshua and what's her name? Let me go here. I'll find it. This is where I'm just gonna cheese it and find it. Where she's at? And Listel can't fix damage you and kill you. So I guess that's what they're trying to say. The fixed damage, like from Licorice, they can't kill you when you're below 50%. He's immune to fixed damage. But and there's an argument to be made against that. That says not everybody can get a swordsmith medal or a gorilla medal, so this is actually really good. It's not. After using a skill, 50% chance to lower that skill's cooldown by 2. That's not good. Why do you have to flip a coin? If it was like 100%, then it would be good. Because if it was 100%, then you could always cast this, so he would be just as good as Emilda as an AoE healer, and you could always cast this regroup, and that would make him super good. So that's why I don't like it. I wish it was 100%. That'd be good because he has high cooldown heals, and now if tactical retreat was like cooldown of 3, that'd be super good. I mean, mass attack. I mean, I hate the fact that it's conditional, because if it wasn't conditional, if it was 100%, this dude would be like insane. I guess they did that to, I don't like it, but I think they did that to lower his potential. But I wish they didn't, because if he had like 100% chance to lower, this guy would be like super meta. He'd just be like insane. I wish they would do that, because Wiler, I would actually have to build Wiler then. If they gave him a piece of equipment that dropped all the cooldown of his skills by 2, this guy would be absolutely insane. I mean, even strategically, you could probably use high stakes right at the beginning of the game. So if you ever make it to like turn 14, you could use it again. Something crazy like that. I don't think that's possible. I think high stakes is still a one-time thing. Still, it's good enough at being one time because he uses it and he dies, so basically high stakes twice. But for this spell to be like no cooldown, that'd be insane. Because with Amilda, she's a consistent AoE healer because you just switch between Dispel and Mass Heal. So I wish they would have just dropped the cooldown of all his skills. That'd have made him like an excellent PvE healer, as well as he'd probably be a monster. I guess they had to limit his potential, but I don't like it. I wish this was like permanent. If this 50% was like just like cut out, this would be insane. I wouldn't even care about this part. This part would be insane because Wiler has a lot of good healing options, especially tactical retreat. If this was a cooldown of 3, that'd be insane. It'll open up so many more potential strategies for him. I wish they didn't do that. But anyways, if you like my content, the like, share, subscribe button. I'll get back to you. I think they're going in the right direction, but I don't think even Florentia needed an exclusive piece of equipment because she's already meta. I don't understand why they even gave her an exclusive piece of equipment. She didn't need it. She's still like A tier in Chin server right now. I don't see the point of this. But anyways, have a great one and bye.